Hey guys, what's up? It has been a while since I last filmed, at least like 5 days or something. No, the last time I filmed I think was last Monday, maybe? I'm not sure. But today I'm going to be filming a Q&A, and yeah, but just before I start this Q&A, I just want to say I've cut my hair short. Let me show you. This is the length of it right now. And yeah, I've sort of had the blonde cut off a little bit. It's still got some blonde in, but my mum cut it today. And this is the length. And yeah, I just really wanted, I was getting a bit bored of the blonde, and I just thought, you know what, let's have it cut out and let's just see how it goes. So yeah, I've been asking you guys over the course of the week to send me some Q&A questions, because I haven't actually done a Q&A on my own in a very long time. Even if I have done one on my channel, I cannot remember the last time I did a Q&A. So I'm deciding to do a Q&A today. So yeah, basically I asked you on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, to send me some questions. So we're going to answer some of those today, and we're just going to see how it goes. So yeah, basically I just also wanted to do, this is also to commemorate me hitting 1k subscribers, and to be honest, I am over the moon. I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for clicking that subscribe button and getting me to this first milestone, and I'm hoping that there's many more. And to say that you guys are the first 1000 is just, it should be an honour to you as well as to me. So yeah, thank you guys so much. So let me just check everything. But yeah, let's get on with the questions. I had a lot. I'm going to start off with the questions about John, because I have quite a lot of questions about him, and obviously during this time he's not going to be in videos because obviously lockdown, he can't come and see me. And yeah, also got this bucket hat ages ago. I'm testing it out today, seeing if I like it and how I feel, because I'm into bucket hats, like. And yeah, so we're just gonna see how it goes. It is a little bit big for my head, but you know, it's fine. We're working with it. And I actually posted a picture in this hat the other day. I think it was about a week ago or so now. So I'm gonna start off with the questions from about John. So let's see what the first one was. How's John? John is fine. He's trying to cope with this lockdown the best that he can. He's been at home today and obviously every other day, but yeah, he's doing well. And yeah, even my grandparents asked me how he is, so you know. Are you and John still going strong? Are you still together? Are you broken up? This was a very like highly like listed question. Like, people was asking if we were still together. Have you and John broke up? Are you and John still together? Yeah, people are just asking if we're still together. Yes, we are together. We've been together now. Sorry, there's a car. We have been together now for nearly 8 months, and yeah, we're still going strong. We're still being fine, and it's obviously harder because of lockdown, but what can we do? We have to do what the government says, and you know, whatever that is, we've got to do it. So you know, that is the tea on that. Not really tea, is it? But yeah, we are still together. I did post something on my Snapchat the other day, and it like caused you guys to think that we've broken up, but it had nothing to do with our relationship. So yeah, so let's go on to the first question. Do you like Star Wars? I don't know who or why someone asked me this, but I'll answer it. The first time I actually watched Star Wars was, I was at John's house, and his mum and dad were like, right, we have to have you watch Star Wars, because I'd never seen it before. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. And I watched it, and I watched like 3 or 2 of the films, and I actually fell asleep in all of them. I'm just really not into sci-fi sort of films, and like those sort of films. I'm not really into like aliens and like things like that, like just sci-fi films I'm not into in general. So that is why I don't think I like Star Wars as much as obviously everyone else does. But I like Star Wars, but I just don't really like it. But I do appreciate what went into the films and why the series is so popular. I don't know how much of that went because I lost track of time, and yeah. but I've had to do this clip again. So as I was saying, I'm not really into sci-fi films, so I'm not really into Star Wars, but I just can see why it will be popular in the male sort of area more than female popular, just because I learn about why males might prefer certain films and why females might prefer certain films. So, you know, that's why I have those certain opinions. But yeah, I'm not really into sci-fi, but I understand why it's a popular film series. And yes, that's all my answer on that. And then the next question is, what age are you thinking of moving out of your house, and will it be with John? Me and John have talked about this since probably the start of our relationship. I've always been one that's wanted to move out when I go to uni, which will be when I'm 18, and I've always wanted to get my own apartment. I've never wanted to do like a house share or halls thing, just because I'm not a very social person, and when I'm around new people I tend to just like go into a shell, and I just prefer to be on my own. And we have talked about possibly going to the same unis or unis which are close, so then we could have an apartment together when we're that age. Obviously it costs a lot, and we have to really think about how we're going to be able to finance it and how we're going to be able to afford it. But at the moment we are thinking of getting an apartment when we're 18 at uni, but obviously things change, and a lot of things happen, especially with coronavirus going around. We don't even know when we're going to get a vaccine yet, so it can all change. And yeah, to be honest, I have no idea, but I do think that is when I am definitely planning to move out, and he's on board. He's like, yeah, let's do that. So who knows, if we're still together, then that is probably what we're going to do. I probably do like moving out vlogs and that anyway, knowing me. The next question is, what are your insecurities? Now, I have many insecurities. I've grew up in my life being criticised like highly. It might not seem like it, but I get a lot of I've got a lot of hate since a young age, since like primary school age, since around like year 2 and onwards. Honestly, I have gotten so much hate for a lot of things, and honestly it's just sad. Like, I don't feel like people should get hate, and it's caused me to have many insecurities and have very low self-esteem. I think it's lower self-esteem where you have a lot of insecurities. I'm not sure, it's either low or higher self-esteem, but I think it's low self-esteem. A lot of insecurities, especially on my weight, my teeth, a little bit of an insecurity about my nose, like my feet, just like the way that I look. I have a lot of insecurities. Like, other than that, I don't really have many insecurities. But yeah, the ones that I've listed are obviously the main ones that I think of like straight away. The next question is, how many children do you want? I got this question twice actually. So again, another popular question that people want to know. I've always wanted 3 or 4 kids. I've always wanted like a bigger family than the one I've got. I only have one sister, and I've always wanted more than one sibling. But you know, I just want to give my kids more than one sibling, and that's why I'm not really into the idea of like only child or 2 children. I prefer to have 3 or 4, but John is very against having more than 2. So if we're still together, then it might be just 2, but 2 would be my absolute minimum. I'm hoping to persuade him at some point to have like a 3rd child if we end up having 2. So I want more than 2, but you know, can't have everything, can I? The next question is, do you have any siblings? Yes, I have a sister. She is 11. I haven't actually done a video with her in a long time, so if you have any ideas for a video I could film with her, then comment in this comment section. And yeah, but she's called Heidi, and yeah, so I do have a sibling, but other than that I don't have any siblings. So the next question is, do you own a pit bull? I think because of my dog's breed, people might think it's a pit bull. And my dog is a Staffy, and he's not a pit bull, so no, I do not own a pit bull. And yeah, he is such a loving and caring and loyal creature, and I love him a lot. And even when I first got him, like, I was very on the fence of getting a dog. Like, when I was, because we got him when I was about 7, and I wasn't really a big dog person, even though my grandparents had a dog and they have the dog of the same breed, but it passed like a few years ago. But yeah, so I was really scared that it was gonna bite me and stuff. So yeah, but once I got him and I was holding him in my arms, he was like my love. Like, honestly, he's like my second love after John. So yeah, I love him so much. Why do you like BTS? Now, I wasn't expecting this question, but I understand why people might ask it. And to be honest, I don't think I should have to like answer why I like a certain thing or why I like a certain type of music. There is a lot of very close-minded people that aren't into or won't test out songs with other languages, and like, it's a bit upsetting because just because a language barrier doesn't have to stop you from liking a certain type of music. And yeah, so I do like K-pop. I've said this before many times, and I think BTS spread such a good message about loving yourself, and it has helped me sort of like learn how to appreciate myself a little bit more, and, you know, like me for who I am, even if I do have those down days where I feel really insecure. So yeah, that is the main reason. I just think they spread a nice message and they have great music. Not everyone will like it, obviously, because of language, but yeah, it's just like pop, but like with different language. I don't see why people would be against listening to it. And a lot of the lyrics in K-pop are actually very deep, and they're not as like, it's not just like your typical pop. It's like talking about like subjects that we wouldn't usually talk about. And yeah, so that's why I like BTS. Obviously they have amazing members as well. So do you think, the next question is, do you think long distance relationships work? Now, in my opinion, just through this lockdown, my opinion's changed. Like, before this lockdown, I was fully okay with it. I thought, yeah, it's such a nice idea if you can really trust in someone, and you can be without like physical contact with them in a relationship, then that's great, and I hope it all works out for you. But personally, I'm struggling just like FaceTiming John, and he only lives like 5 minutes, a 5-minute drive from me, and literally, like, because of lockdown, obviously I'm finding it a lot harder to like communicate with him and like spend that time with him, and it is causing a lot of struggles and a lot of, obviously, not the best of times, but we're still strong. And yeah, and I just think, if I have a lot of respect for people that are in long distance relationships, because it does take a lot to trust someone and not be with them every day and still love them just as much. So yeah, but personally for me, knowing that I couldn't even handle John being in lockdown and far away from me, I don't think I'd be able to do a long distance relationship. But if you can, then again, respect. My friend Caitlin said, not really a question, but I miss media lessons with you. Same. Honestly, if you were still here, you'd probably be going to the same college as me, you'd probably be doing one of the same subjects as me. What's your opinion on GCSEs and A-levels being cancelled? To be honest, I'm sort of over the fact of it now. Like, when it first happened, I was a bit annoyed, and I was like, I could have proven myself to my teachers a lot more if I'd been able to take the exams, and because I didn't try as hard in the mocks and I didn't get grades that I was happy with, and knowing that they're going to be using those grades to put towards our GCSEs, it's just not nice, because I know that I failed. Just upsetting that we didn't get the chance to prove ourselves and show our teachers that, yeah, even though we might mess around in class sometimes, or you might not revise as much, you can still get the grades that you want, and you want to go on to like future like places like college or sixth form, whatever. And yeah, that's my opinion on it. A-levels, I'm not really sure. Obviously it's very upsetting, especially when people need to get into uni, and I think unis are hopefully going to be a lot more flexible about it, because GCSEs are as important as A-levels, because obviously if you're looking to go to a university you really need the A-levels, whereas like GCSEs, they can sort of give you, you can either resit at the college and still do some of your subjects, or you could always just do it a year after and stuff. So it's just, I feel more sorry for A-level students than I do for GCSE, but obviously GCSEs meant a lot to me. I was really excited to do like a GCSE results day video. Obviously I'm still going to do that, but it won't be as exciting, you know. Like, I haven't proven myself, so it's like I might not deserve some of the grades that I get, and I might have been like underestimated in the grades, and it's very biased as well. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. I'm just really hoping that the teachers sort of like can see people's potential, even if like they don't do great in the mocks, they can still see the potential that they could have achieved. Because some people in the mocks were just really stressed, and if you saw my mock results video, you would have known how stressed out I was on the mocks and how like I didn't get the grades that I wanted, as I said, and it's just really upsetting that we couldn't like prove ourselves after that. Me and John actually predicted some of our GCSE results, what we think we're going to get, just based off what we know and stuff like that, and I think I'm going to do okay. I think I could possibly fail 1 or 2 subjects, but I'm really hoping that I don't. Next question, I got one similar to that I think as well. Have liked to stay in school longer than the time that we got. Yeah, I would have liked to stay in school longer, and just like, I felt like the leaving day was so abrupt, and it wasn't like how it was supposed to be, and the fact that like prom and everything got cancelled. Luckily ours is being postponed to December, which is a little bit later in the year, but you know, and it was so abrupt, people weren't ready for it, and that's why I think that's why I was upset, and like I cried on the last day, and like it just wasn't the greatest of times. I think we needed at least like a week's notice just to fully prepare ourselves to realise that this could be the last day and we might not go back, especially since GCSEs are cancelled. So yeah, it was very abrupt, and it just wasn't a nice feeling. Like, it was great on the day, like I enjoyed the day a lot, but when it got to the end of the day I cried, and I just thought, you know what, like we wasn't given the chance to say goodbye properly, and it's just upsetting that we didn't fully get to say our goodbyes, and like some of the people that we could have seen again we might not see again, and it just 5 months we have got off when we could have been in if this virus didn't happen, we could have had an extra 2 months to prepare ourselves for leaving, and we didn't get a full proper leave assembly video or anything like that. So it was just very abrupt, and if I could go back I would at least want at least a week to prepare for the fact that I was going to be leaving. And okay, so what was the biggest challenge so far that you've faced as a creator, as a YouTuber? I think the biggest challenge is thinking of ideas, original ideas, to sort of like get people's attention, for people to watch. I struggle thinking of things that could be interesting for people to watch. Like, that's why I ask you guys for ideas, because it might seem like I can't think of ideas. I mean, I can think of ideas, but it's just harder because I don't know what content would attract other people and things like that, just things that people would want to watch. I think that's quite a big challenge. Also, like promoting yourself in a way that it doesn't seem like obnoxious or cocky, or trying to get as many views as possible or subscribers. Just promoting yourself in a way that's organic and authentic and healthy and stuff. That sounds like a health ad, but no. Did I ever think about not starting a channel? Yeah, there's been a lot of times, and I've had people message me who want to start their channel, and like this girl who's really supportive of my channel, she messages me all the time asking how to start a channel, and there was times when I thought, you know what, but what will people say, especially as a very insecure person. I thought, oh my god, what am I doing, why do I want to do this? But the more you put it off and the more you're afraid to do something, the less likely you're going to end up doing it in the future. And what I said to the girl was, I was just like, just do it. Like, even though you might be scared or afraid of what people might say, or what your friends might say, or what people from your school might think, just do it. Otherwise you're never going to do it. You're just going to put it off and put it off and put it off and be procrastinating and saying, yeah, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and you'll never do it. And yeah, and it's a good opportunity. Doing a YouTube channel is a good opportunity, and if you can grab that and take that opportunity, that is just amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give a like, comment and ask me any more questions for a future Q&A, and don't forget to click the notification bell and check out my social medias, which I will put here. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.